We back. Wednesday. How you feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Yo, what's the jacket? With the, with the light pink, Yo, I see you. With the slight flexing on a Wednesday. I got you. You know what I mean? Fine china in the cabinet. You understand me? It's going down. It's going down. All right, let me ask you this question as a woman. I mean, let's have it because I can't be because I don't want my mom to like kill me, right? What's up the obsession with having like 6 different sets of china? What's that all about?
Mommy. You got to come ask. I don't know. I don't have China in my house.
You don't have no china? Oh my God, you have no class. That's exactly what I'm getting you for Christmas. We can get you your first set of china for Christmas. That's it. Come on, bro. You an adult. You gotta have one
Oh,
permanent set of plates. You gotta have something.
oh no, hold on. Hold on. Don't try to
You
play with me like that. I mean, I got hard plates, some nice sets, but I don't have occasional China, which my mom said you have different sets for different occasions.
There's only 2 occasions. There's Thanksgiving and Christmas. What other occasions do we have? We breaking out china for
You got
funerals now?
sexy China,
You got your makeup China.
your makeup China.
You got
Oh, and you got I'm mad at your ass. Here's a paper plate.
Oh, shout out to mine. Yeah, she real one. She a real one.
Meg, so you mean to tell me that my man be thinking I'm mad at him because I be serving him with paper plates every day?
Look, we learn something new every
You wash
day.
all them dishes all the time. You know, and take this plastic fork.
and be happy.
Unless it's steak, then I gotta or something that's like with a lot of gravy and you don't really want to put that on the paper plate. But nah, we don't eat on these.
Just put it in a bowl.
Yeah, but not a paper bowl, not something paper.
All right,
That's the
I go
point
with
of
you on
it.
that.
Yeah.
I go with you on that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we back. It's another great week. I gotta go through the house cleaning real quickly so that we can get on through this and get on out of here. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we holding up the queen over here from out here from taking over the town. I feel like she dressed up.
No.
She about to bust a move in these streets.
Oh no.
And I understand. I understand. You know what I mean?
But it's funny. I'm outside. I'm not home.
Oh
Usually
yeah.
I be at home
Yeah, I see.
because
There's a difference.
I had to come in town to see my mommy because I haven't seen my mommy. So
See? Yeah, I mean, y'all busting down some ice cream or what? What's
now she in there hooking something up in the kitchen.
Okay.
Cold food.
We getting pork chops or is she making some chillings? Which one she throwing together? I know she no, she not gonna do.
We don't eat any chitlins, but we got some fried chicken and some spare ribs and some cat.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. Tell your moms I'm coming through. Have a plate for your boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need one for dinner and a to go platter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So we can get it to go.
because it's only because it's a real one's birthday coming up.
You better tell him. You better tell him. Shoot. Come Friday, I'm gonna be out here. I told people like I'm cleaning out my lungs. I ain't smoke, I ain't drink because this weekend I'm going insane. So like what you can do for my birthday right now is you can go right here to this. Go to patreon.com/VVC Life. Support the movement. And I just realized I didn't put the website in this flyer. That's crazy. So look, go to patreon.com/VVC Life and help me for my birthday. Join our Patreon. It only take $5. We got other levels too. I'm not trying to discourage that. I actually got somebody that's going to be doing somebody actually about to go crazy for me for my birthday, and I appreciate that. And you can go crazy too. I mean, we got $100 level. You can advertise your business for my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Right on our Patreon, we can promote your business. You can be a part of what we doing. You get to be a part of our Discord forever. You know what I mean? You get 2 extra episodes a week. You know what I mean? Private events, Black Watch Theater, which is coming up, which is going to be funny, and much, much more. So, like, support what we doing. So, thank you, you know what I'm saying, Precious, for that alley-oop setup. You know what I mean? Hey, and look, if y'all was paying attention on that intro, y'all seen some different graphics out here. You know what I'm saying? Champagne finally got her cartoon out here. She specifically sent that design back to the creator and said, "I need heels, my G. You gotta go ahead, put some heels on that." You know what I mean? Normally he'll like hit me back like, "I got you." I guess he was a little irritated. He was like, "This motherfucker." Don't worry about it. It's paid for. I don't want nobody to get mad when you getting paid to work. So like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, man. She is fully on board, man. It's about to be a fun year for real, man. I'm
excited.
Yo, I'm thinking we about to actually celebrate our 1 year anniversary in June. I was just doing the numbers and I was like, I'll say it like this. This is our first full year, like, not taking a month off. We've just been consistently, going. And I was like, wow, like a whole year of consistency. Yep. So shout out to us, man. Like, and the show's been so, I don't know about y'all, but I actually like to listen to the podcast back. I be enjoying listening to the show back. It's been fun for me. And I'm not trying to put nobody in a position. I'm just saying I enjoy watching it. I think we are particularly hilarious myself. So if you haven't done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel right now, VVC Life, and our Facebook page, Black Nerd Podcast. Also, if you haven't done so, get our Patreon. This is our Patreon newsletter. That's why I call it the Patreon. I know that's really corny. So, like, you can download it right here. There's a QR code at the bottom of the screen. But if you're listening from the audio, go to patreon.com/VVC Life. You can get it for free right now. You don't have to be subscribed to the Patreon to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's right there for you. Also, get the merch. You know what I mean? Right now. VVCmerch.com right now. Got a bunch of merch. I actually just spent a pretty penny. I got me about 2 hoodies coming, about 4 shirts. I got me a little bucket hat. Your boy about to be merched up for the summertime. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about to be crazy. I don't mind buying my own product. I'm proud of mine. So
I want that last one you posted in the group.
I actually just uploaded that, so it's available on VVC Merch right now. So it is available. Very, very, very. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? You told me about this AI thing, so I made my characters on the AI. Yep, I made the girls on AI, and then I had them make ships. So like it made a bunch of ships, and that's where the ships came from. And then you know what I'm saying, I threw it all in Canva and made it look all sexy and things. So yeah, shout out to your boy. All of the merch, I think 50% of the merch at this point has been designed by yours truly. So I hope y'all enjoy that, man.
Ooh, I like it. Okay.
I got some new stuff coming too. You know what I'm saying? Cause you a Trekkie and I'm a Trekkie. I got some Trekkie. I have some Trekkie-ish. I don't want to get us into any crazy legal stuff, but I got some little Trekkie-ish designs coming down the pike for y'all. One last thing, and then we're going to get right into the insanity, is the VVC Life Beach Party. Make sure if you haven't done so already, go to VVC Life. Go to beachparty.vvclife and go ahead and sign up right now. And then once you sign up, it's free. I only want people to sign up because I need to know how many people are coming, because the food is free. We're preparing food. And tell your moms to come through, man. If she ain't doing nothing, you know what I mean? She can come down to the beach party. We got food. We got free juices. We're not giving away alcohol. You can bring your own alcohol. We will have alcohol to purchase there. You know what I mean? We got the permit, so ain't nobody taking you to jail. So you know what I'm saying? This is a whole legal event. We have our own shelter down at Sandy Point. So what was your question? Oh, you about to say, go ahead. Let her get her talk on. So make sure that if y'all haven't done so, sign up for the beach party. And we're going to check y'all on the flip back. Let me go to our first segment right now. We're going to jump right into the business.
Listen up, boys. The fix is in.
All right. So we got a rundown we got to get through. And I wanted to make sure. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. One more time before I forget. Champagne, tell them about this book.
Yes, if you're reading this, then I must have done something right, because marketing is hard. But if you need a short, quick guide to writing and self-publishing, or you just want to kind of get a overview glance of every step. This is a great resource for all of my authors and aspiring authors and publishers as well. So it's available at tovpub.gumroad.com, and it'll be available in more places soon. So check it out.
Awesome. There you go. Yo, support a Black creative. Now, that's not the only book she has. She has a lot of books because she never really gave me a direct number of how many books she had. So she has that educational book. She's got another educational book, and then she has the what's the name of it? It's called Bad Bitches Get All the Money. Is that what it is?
But they do. Dreams
yeah.
of a Bad Bitch.
Dreams of a Bad Bitch is available right now.
That's available on Amazon, iBooks, everywhere.
Yeah.
Walmart.
So that's more of like a drama, action kind of drama.
It is fiction.
Oh yeah, so they on spaceships, huh?
Right. No, it's just from my imagination. 'Cause, right, fiction, I always get it mixed up. It's so no matter how much. Anyway, fiction and nonfiction, I always get those two mixed up. Fiction, fictitious, fake. So the other book is fiction. It's more for entertainment. There's drama, drugs, money, sex.
Okay.
But
She covers
wisdom
all of
too.
life's subjects.
Yes, pretty much. Because I wrote the book to bring up certain topics, to be able to talk about certain things. It's really based around a character who grew up in the system. So I get to talk about our social services system and childcare system and how it fails repeatedly. It does that. The young woman is actually trafficked from one state to another. And, trafficking is a new term, but the things that go on in the process of trafficking have always happened. That part of it isn't new. Guys have always coerced or forced women into positions where they are selling themselves for sex and move them to different states. That, it's just being termed trafficking, and they have this whole task force about it, but it's bringing more awareness to this thing that happens,
Gotcha.
And
all right,
it's a good book, but check it out.
Make sure y'all copy right now. All right, the first topic of tonight comes from Champagne as well. I'm super proud of this, yo. When you sent me the link, I was like, yo, we gotta talk about this. It's about two Black girls doing something white people can't.
Special kind of student to outsmart 2,000 years of mathematicians. At St. Mary's Academy, they have two.
It's an unparalleled feeling, honestly, because there's just nothing like it, being able to do something that people don't think that young people can do.
Kelsey Johnson and Nakia Jackson just gave a presentation at the American Mathematical Society's annual Southeastern Conference. They say they've proven that Pythagoras' theorem can be proved without circular trigonometry, and it might not surprise you to hear that they were the only high schoolers in the room.
You don't see kids like us doing this. It's usually like you have to be an adult to do this.
Now, if you're anything like me, math is not your best subject, so we're both going to do a little refresher on this one. Now, it starts...
I can do without the refresher, bro. All right, but so, yeah, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Our community is crazy, man. We out here getting it done, man. We always been good with math. Who built the pyramids? Us. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's always show love and support to our own, man. Shout out to those beautiful young ladies. Yo, kudos and congratulations. Yeah. Hey, don't be afraid to continue to be smart, to continue to be weird, continue to be out of the box. Hey, continue to be a Black nerd. We love you. All right, what's the next topic we got? Oh, I'm sorry. Was there anything else you want to throw in there before?
No, I love it. That's
yeah. I thought that was a really great story. All right, so secret. Ron, you know what? Let's go into this. Ryan Coogler will make a new X-Files series. Yeah. I okay. Do you want to go first, or because I'm about to go off? So I mean,
yeah, let me go first because I don't really. Okay. When I was young, I used to be petrified of X-Files.
It was scary. I was scared, but I was also super interested because there were some really dope episodes and there was some scary episodes. Continue. I'm sorry.
So I caught a dope episode, and that's what made me grow an appreciation for it and like it. And now as an adult, I've watched. Hey, bro. I've watched X-Files, the reruns on Netflix. Love it.
Right,
Now,
right. Yeah.
I think it would be good. It's refreshing. It's a new look. I don't want to compare Ryan to Jordan Peele,
Right.
but I do like that we're having more black faces in the sci-fi space, and
I
I'm looking
agree.
forward to it.
I agree with you, but the thing that bothers me is that the way we put our black people in sci-fi space, it seems to be predominantly through horror or through some dark, like, it's always these really dark stories. So like if you think about when they what was the name of that thing they redid that I really loved?
Nothing
What was
Twilight.
about all of the superheroes, and then like they took like a real situation and like I can't remember, but it was like an HBO show or one of them shows, and like Lovecraft
Really?
Country, really
Oh,
dark. That's not what I was thinking about, but there's another one. All right, remember where they had the Adam guy, the guy that was like blue, and they did the movie from back in the day, and then they did the TV series
Watchmen.
Watchmen. Like when they redid Watchmen, it was super dark, and I was like, and that's where you want to put black people on the front. You make them the main characters. Yeah, like we talking about all of the Jordan Peele stuff, just super dark, horror based. I would love to see black characters in the forefront of something inspirational like Star Trek or like a Star Wars type of thing, or something where it's not depressing and dark and we're dealing with oppression and slavery. It's just like, can't we just go on an adventure and do something amazing without it having to be attached to some dark, dreadful past?
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm not hating on Ryan Coogler because I definitely don't feel like he's Jordan Peele. I definitely feel like he's very methodical. I feel like this is where I think he's better than, not better, where I think he can do a better show than Jordan Peele, is that Ryan Coogler is very detailed about character creation. He's all about a story arc. He's all about character growth. And he's done a great job, whether it was in Black Panther, whether it was in Creed, giving each character plenty of time for character development, letting you understand their motivations, understanding why. Even when you're talking about bad guys, the bad guys aren't one dimensional. The bad guy, like, and that's what makes a great show
A great
great.
show. Conflicting feelings about the characters you love and you hate them.
Exactly. Exactly. So, but the thing is, like, when you're talking about X-Files, the thing that made X-Files was so much of the unknown. You know what I mean? It's like it was the 90s. We was all scared to death because aliens was about to come down here. We thought that the world was over. And they really played off of our xenophobia and all these other things. And there were so many different myths. And I think that's another thing that made X-Files super great, is that they took mythology from all of these different parts of the world and a part of the United States, and they made episodes out of them. And they didn't necessarily intentionally connect anything. You didn't know whether these cases they were on were they a part of some greater story or whether it was some random instance. So it made everything that much more eerie and scary. And shout out to them for that. But I'm interested to see what he can do. But I'm not gonna lie and say that I was excited about it. I was just kind of like, really, nigga?
I'm still
Ryan.
waiting on the season 2 of Twilight Zone from Jordan Peele.
Let's go. You know what I'm saying? When we gonna get that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like he's been doing so many movies. And that's another thing, bro. You gotta learn how to multitask, bro. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the thing.
Focus on one thing at a time. You can kill it and then move on to the next thing. That's what people keep telling me, because I keep.
That's true. However, when you're a multi-millionaire, you can develop teams to handle different groups of things. And it sounds like mom is checking you about something, but I'm just gonna laugh.
The cat bucket.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the cat. All right. Secret Invasion premieres June 21st on Disney Plus.
Ooh, really?
I feel like. Wait a minute.
Do we need this story?
Yes.
Okay.
I need it. I honestly, It's about time that we're getting something that's focused on Fury, Nick Fury. I've been wanting them. I've been wanting for a while for them to do a story based around him. Number one, number two, I like after I saw Marvel. What was it? Who was it?
Yeah, Captain Marvel.
Not the little girl Marvel. Yeah, Captain Marvel. Like after I saw Captain Marvel, I was super interested to see where that story would go. And it was kind of weird how they did the story. It was kind of one off. And then like they didn't go back to it. And I was just kind of like, what? So and I'm also very interested to kind of see how this storyline plugs into the Conqueror Kang the Conqueror thing. So I'm wondering if they have some connection, and I can see you not being excited about it. So
Because I
okay.
still ain't seen Ant-Man.
You
But
got a whole Negro at home. Just tell him to put on some clothes and drive to the movie theaters. Like there's a bunch of them in your area. Just go.
okay. So I don't know how that show's gonna relate to Fury though. Is it because Fury is who built the relationship with them after Captain Marvel? Because I thought it was more so about them than
No.
Fury.
So what's happening is okay. So here's even more information. So I forgot the name of the little species, the green guys from another planet,
Skrulls.
the Skrulls. The Skrulls in the comic books are bad. The Skrulls in the movie were kind of good, which
Yeah.
kind of made it confusing. However, what they're doing is they're fixing what was the problem. They're fixing it. So like now, Secret Invasion is about the Skrulls kind of invading the population and taking over, and Nick Fury's been away, so he don't know about all of the stuff that's going on. So and then when he comes back into play, he finds out about this, and now the show is about him uncovering how deep the situation is. So
Okay.
no, he's not familiar with them. He's not akin to them. He's just finding out what's going on, and he's trying to solve the problem. And we're talking post blip, so like he probably doesn't have a
I figured they would.
No, remember, because he wasn't a part of any of the in-game stuff. So like I can't remember which end credit it was, but there was an end credit where he was like on vacation on a ship somewhere or something. So he's been out of the picture. So there's so much that has transpired that he doesn't know anything about.
Yeah.
So now just imagine him coming back and just getting retapped in and figuring out what's going on.
Wow.
Exactly. So I feel like, yeah. Also, if you haven't watched Low Key season 1, you need to get that knocked out.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah, super important. But no, the reason that my face is making, the reason why I've been making faces is because I'm like, there's nothing else. I'm like, that's like 3 months from now. So we got April, May, and then we got the end of June. And you don't have another Marvel show that we can roll out or something that we can watch? I mean, like, what's going on with this, man? Like, I'm sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out too. I don't know. I still feel like y'all should have been gave me some new Marvel. I've been in love with all of the Star Wars content that I've been getting, but I don't know. Yo, Disney Plus be like, here's a little drop. Let that marinate. Here's a little drop. Here's one episode of a show for you. Enjoy. It sucks, man. You know what I'm saying? When I go to Netflix like, yo, you hungry? Here, take a whole bucket of content. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just. Yo, you can tune in on a Friday on Netflix and they'll be like, look, what you want, murder? You want some guns? You want some love? What you want? I got it. You want this? You want that? I got this. I got all of it. You know what I'm saying? You bored, right? You bored? Like, oh, you like documentaries. Don't worry about it.
They even got interactive movies.
Yeah.
On Netflix. We got you covered. You want to play a game? We got you.
Yo, did you ever play the joint where like you had to make the right decision during watching it or you die or something like that?
Yeah, I played every option I could possibly think of. And I was actually obsessed with that movie because the character was developing a program. And he was literally programming. Not the kind of web development that I've been doing lately, but like real programming. It was so cool, like with logic and all of that stuff. Oh, I was like into it.
So you figured it all out and got to the end? You
Is
gave up after a while.
no, well, no, it's a trick. The ending is always the same. I
You
think that was
die.
yeah.
So
It's
it didn't
just
matter whether you died in the first or you just died.
for some reason I gotta watch it again to see, but for some reason I felt like remember when his mom died that first I think something about that event, it kept going back to that event.
Hmm.
Almost like no matter what you chose, you if you didn't choose to go with your mom and die with her, then you were gonna die. Yeah, so you were gonna die. I
Right.
gotta play it again, but it was cool, but it
Right.
reminded me of one of them R.L. Stein books. Remember the Goosebump books?
Yep.
I actually tried to write a book like that. It's
Yo,
fun.
okay.
It's easy. It's not hard.
Yeah. Then you got the one where they dropped the story, a TV show, and no matter what, you could put it in different orders. The show would have different meaning to you because
Really?
certain things.
What show was that?
Oh, come on. Yeah, that was Netflix was all over that. Hold on. I don't know. You know what? Let me not do that because we'll be
Yeah,
sitting here forever
it's
trying to do
later.
it. I'll send you the name of the movie. And I mean, it's not a movie. It's a television show that's broken up into 6 episodes and every episode is a color. And then so it's like a blue episode and a green episode. So it pretty much it's a it's a heist film. It's a heist show. And then each episode takes a different perspective and a different time period during the heist. It's either before the heist, after the heist, or during the heist in the process of the heist. So, but the thing that makes it critical is that you're watching each episode from a different perspective. So you don't know who's good, you don't know who's bad. And when things go south, there's so many different ways to look at it. So if you watch it and Netflix automatically randomizes the episodes. So when you come in, so if I click on it, the first video is going to be different from your first video.
Okay.
So you can watch all of them and it'll mean something different to you than it'll mean to me because you'll watch things from a certain perspective. So you know what I mean? So it's oh, I thought that was super interesting. And when you watch it as a creative, you say, oh, okay, I get why I could look at this differently because you know how the order that you see stuff starts to
Change your perception of it.
Right. So if you see somebody walk in a room first and do a particular thing and then they do something else, then you start having a certain feeling about that person. Then everybody else comes and they do. So just imagine if another scene happened with a different person doing something and you never saw the other person do that thing. So now you start thinking something completely different. So I thought that was a good idea too. Once again, in agreeing with you, Netflix is not afraid to take chances. And I feel like the type of things that we're talking about is taking television and film out of a linear format and giving you 3-dimensional experiences. I think just goes to show how far ahead Netflix is beyond everybody else. And I know all of the cool kids are going, yeah, this is some stupid stuff, man. You know, all of this is blah blah. It's yes, but they're trying. Who else? HBO has been around 20 years longer than Netflix. Have you ever heard of them trying anything like that? No, because they're so profit driven that it's well, we don't want to do it because we don't want to lose money. It's got to be a number one hit. You know what I mean? Where Netflix is we ain't worried about that. We just want to keep you here. We want to keep you.
Their mission statements are probably different. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Bill?
Hey, Phil.
What up? How y'all feeling?
You guys.
What y'all
Got your
niggas got haircuts? No, you got one too. What you talking about? Both of y'all.
No, I didn't. No, I
You
ain't
didn't
got no
get no
haircut.
haircut?
Girl, let me tell you something. I am Willie McCully. You understand me? I'm not getting my haircut until I see my nephew on Friday.
A little bit.
No, ma'am. I am
Oh,
Willie
never
McCully.
mind.
I am horrible. I just know how to cover it up so y'all don't see it. That's all. I got my little hat on, keep my face down. You know,
Phil
cool.
with the fresh haircut. Then we did.
Yeah.
We look. Okay.
We established. Oh
Where
no,
your white line at? Where your white line at?
White line? No, that's just for show. You don't want no white line. That's the barbers be cheating. They take a white crayon now and they just draw the white line on it to make it look like a razor line, and that's not it no more. But yeah. But some barbers have clippers that are sharper enough that they will leave a white line. But nobody wants to see no white line. That's stupid.
Yeah, yo, something wrong with your headphones, bro. Like you
For real?
breaking up like crazy when you trying to talk. Yeah.
Let me see what's
All
going
right,
on.
so all right, cool. Yeah, it's giving a little feedback. But like getting back to what we were saying, like now go ahead. You was making a statement about what their business model is,
Oh
or
yeah,
what their
I think that drives how you move forward through, technology and through certain periods of time. Your vision and your goals for your business. I'm talking about HBO and them, they big companies. Definitely profit driven, but what other things drives the content they put out? That could account for why they don't explore more avenues. That just might be how they are. If it works, why
I,
change it?
yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like HBO has always been driven by the old Hollywood TV model. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to, and believe me, I'm not trying to dog out HBO. HBO has produced pretty much hands down the greatest show that I've ever done. One of my favorite TV shows of all time, Entourage, hand claps. One of my favorite television shows of all time was HBO created. And then, all right, bye, Pill. So, like, one of my favorite HBO created shows. Keep talking shit, all right? So, I love that one. I love Game of Thrones. I love Sopranos. I love Boardwalk Empire. I love, like, yo, I mean, I could go down a long list of great, phenomenal content. But let's be real. Yo, Netflix has given more creatives opportunity, have taken more risks, and have covered more ground conceptually and creatively in the last 10 years than HBO has done in 30.
Yeah. But I think it make more sense to compare Netflix with like Amazon Prime or
The only reason why I
no.
find it hard to compare Amazon Prime is because, as much as I think people can
I
argue
mean
with
they're
me,
Prime, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But sorry, go ahead.
right. I feel like Amazon Prime is still new to the space. And I feel like Amazon Prime, the streaming service,
Yeah.
is just hey, bro, we got a ton of money. Yo, why don't we just piss these niggas off? Also, hey, let me create something that I can influence Hollywood. I can control Hollywood. I can hand out checks to people I want to hand out checks for so they can support what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with creating the Amazon music. It's like, all right, cool. Well, how can you make your business ever grow forever? Cut checks to every person in Hollywood, every person in the music industry. You know what I mean? Like, and get paid in the process. So I'm not gonna just be cutting out checks for no reason for advertisements. Nah, let's air, man. Go make a movie for me. You need $100 million? There you go, buddy. Have fun, and then bring me back a masterpiece. Yeah, we'll take one of those Oscars. Do we need it? Hell no. But it's nice to build up the Amazon cachet. Just something else to add to the repertoire. You know.
You know what I think? I think it's about data. I think
That
it's
too.
about data and having information on people and being able to use that information to exploit them.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon Amazon has this thing called Amazon Web Services, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I don't even really know how to describe it. It's like a cloud service that
Yeah.
a lot of big companies use for storage and to maintain their servers and stuff.
Netflix is hosted on Amazon's service, web service.
Yeah,
They've been yeah, that's been a big joke for a long time. Like I even said that in one of the past episodes when he was like,
yeah.
"Yo, Amazon." I was like, "Yo, Netflix is on Amazon." So I was like, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. But at the end
Amazon
of
get in
the
that bag multiple ways. Like you can't get around using them in some
yep,
way.
a
Even
lot of
now
good.
on my site, I had to I monetized it with Amazon Associates. It was the easiest way to do it,
Mm-hmm,
out the gate. There's other
mm-hmm,
ways, but they make it so easy. So now
mm-hmm.
I'm yet another site that's sending traffic to their business, and they're paying me for it.
So,
But hmm?
so is it safe to say Amazon is the new Google?
No, I don't think they're the new
Um,
Google, but they doing something that can be impactful like Google.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely Google. The only person that's Google is Google. You know what I mean? However, Amazon has done a better job at cashing out on all of their efforts, whereas Google was like a long. It was a long game. They were operating in the red for like almost 15 years, but like once they took off, it went nuts. You know what I mean? Because that data collection is everything. And you got to remember that, like, the ideas had to catch up to the technology development. So there was a lot of stuff for a long time that was being set up. So when you're looking at like the mid 90s, all the way to like 2000, the takeoff was the smartphone, honestly. I don't know how many people in I was about to call it the Valley, but I don't know how many people in Silicon Valley knew about the development of cell phones and how impactful it was going to be. But like, yo, all of that prep work that went into it, when smartphones like iPhone and the Android phone came into play, I mean, like Google was right there. Take control of it. You know what I mean? Like all of that web search, all of that data, research and then using your name and email address and your search habits, your viewing habits, all of that was there for the taking. So like Google is one thing, but then Amazon took the retail space. I never in a million years would have said 20 years ago, yeah, man, I'm going to be going to one place to buy like 90% of all of my stuff. Like 90%. I'm talking about from soap, socks, computers, car parts, cell phone parts, toothpaste, clothes. I mean, I go to Amazon for almost everything, even obscure items that I was supposed to talk about tonight. I forgot I was supposed to do the Precious. Bro, I found comic book baseball cards from 1993 on Amazon, bro. What? Like, that's so crazy. Like, Amazon is the death of humanity, along with Google. They are going to all simply destroy us. Either that or just bury us in boxes so that we can never come up for air. Either way. Go ahead, Champagne. Go ahead and fight back.
No,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Amazon also allows companies, small businesses to sell their stuff on Amazon and
Right.
like what is it, FBA fulfillment or something like that they call it. So
Right.
they create a lot of opportunities for people too, along with them making money, but they steal a lot because publishing through Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
the publishing rates are ridiculous. And if you're a publisher trying to publish on Amazon, it's trash. Nobody's really gonna make any money. I mean, that's not true. Let me not say that. It takes a lot of work to make money. I don't feel like the money is worth the effort that you put in with Amazon. I really don't.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to do another episode and get deeper into that because I definitely need some education myself. But we got to move it on. We got to pivot. So TikTok has been dragged into Congress because the discussion is TikTok has got to go. And we have one person that is pushing back on the idea. Young man, take it away.
The only face data that you get, that we collect, is when you use the filters to have, say, sunglasses on your face. We need to know where your eyes are. Again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
I find that hard to believe. It's our understanding that they're looking at the eyes. How do you determine what age they are then?
Okay, we've all seen the nonsense that's going on in Congress right now, so let me give my take on it. Just in case this makes it to Congress, since we like throwing things at the wall until it sticks, I am not Chinese propaganda. I'm a U.S. citizen who's grown up in the United States my entire life. I've graduated from a public United States high school, and I'm currently attending a public United States university in Illinois. I'll try to keep my language polite for you. Now let's analyze this hypothetical TikTok ban on multiple levels to show exactly how this is stupid. Level 1, data and privacy concerns. Now the main reason the government's citing as reason to ban TikTok is data and privacy concerns in the United States. The argument is essentially TikTok is a subsidiary company of the company ByteDance, which is a Chinese-owned company. Due to a Chinese law passed in 2017, they can compel Chinese companies to share data with the Chinese Communist Party. And because of this law, at any given moment, China may compel ByteDance to share data, which means that ByteDance would have to compel TikTok to share data since they own TikTok, and you know how it goes. And if that happens, that means the CCP will get unbridled access to American information. On its face, it sounds plausible, and to be fair, it's an actual legitimate concern. My main issue is the efforts on behalf of the federal government currently and the Biden administration and how exactly we're going to deal with this problem. Because there are apparatuses that we can use that we're choosing not to, and their consistency is all out of whack. Case in point, Congress, if the issue is a 2017 law in China that compels corporations to communicate with the CCP, why not pass your own law that makes data collection in the United States harder on behalf of corporations? This would, in turn, put more regulations on data collection from all companies operating within the United States, and we'll get back to why that's important. And maybe in that law you could include something about addressing data brokers, and we'll get back to why that's important. You guys could use government oversight to make sure that the TikTok data transition over to the company Oracle, which is an American company, is a smooth one and set the parameters of that transfer. And then the law I just cited could regulate Oracle or all the other platforms that are used by Oracle to make sure that the data collection is safe and secure from Chinese influence. On the point about transitioning to Oracle, it's fair enough to say, well, TikTok promised something like this and that they didn't see it through, which is true. As according to MIT Technology Review, for years ByteDance has vowed to store and process US data only in the US, but there are still reports that there are company engineers in China that are inappropriately accessing US data. Then how is the answer to this problem not enforcing the separation of user data and using third-party audits to prove that it's being done, like cited here in the article? Now let's get to the consistency of everything. Because, oh Lord, if this is a conversation that y'all want to have, we can have it. Because any concern levied at TikTok needs to be levied at the United States, China, and any other corporation, as both China and the United States are both responsible for hacking in order to gain intelligence from the other country. There was a 2015 breach of the Office of Personnel Management, which is essentially the government's human resources department. This breach resulting in the leaked information of 21.5 million Americans. China collecting United States data is nothing new. And the numerous other times this has happened, sometimes there's been congressional hearings, there's been investigations, but there's never been all this grandstanding about how this is an imperative that we need to do to protect the children, despite the fact that there is tangible harm being done. And I can see the argument that those previous incidences, despite causing tangible harm, didn't have anything really to do directly with children. But if that's the case, then why is Facebook, a platform that was grilled shortly after the 2016 election for allowing Russian disinfo campaigns, being allowed to lobby for the banning of TikTok, as Meta would stand to be the primary beneficiary in the event of a TikTok ban, as this is the exact same thing that happened in India when they banned TikTok. And if Facebook is more trustworthy than TikTok purely because TikTok is Chinese owned and the links to China in that regard, then by what metric are we determining trustworthiness? Seeing as TikTok is not the only company in the United States with direct ties to China. Lenovo, the popular computer brand, was founded in Beijing, and the United States military stopped using it in 2008 after discovering that data was being transmitted back to China. But we did not see a ban, despite us having precedent for banning Chinese hardware companies like Huawei and ZTE. And while those are hardware companies, while you're banning the sale of a tangible item, it's harder when it comes to free apps. The four most downloaded apps currently on the App Store for both Google and Apple are TikTok, CapCut, Shein, and Temu, all four of them being Chinese-based companies. But we didn't see a governmental ban on these apps, nor should we, because now we're just setting the precedent to continue restricting American freedom online. So instead of doing that, regulate the corporations and put up guidelines that are stronger as to what data they can and cannot collect and what they can do with.
All right, I didn't want to go too hard. That video goes on for 7 minutes, and yo, and you know what? I think I have it on our Instagram page, and if I don't, I'll make sure I post it. Please watch it in its entirety. There were a bunch of points that were made, and obviously you can hear, dude, he was talking fast as hell because he was trying to get y'all, because he know that his generation got a short attention span. So, like, I know he was trying to get it all out there before y'all zoned out and started looking at butterflies. So, the number one problem. My man Kev, aka the Yeti, was all on Facebook. Yeah, I wish they'd hurry up and go ahead and ban TikTok, yo, come ban. They stealing our info. As the young man just said, there are multiple companies that we feed info into that are owned by China, but there's nothing happening with those. So what's the thing? What are we doing here? Mind you, I'm not trying to sit here and lobby for TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I don't like TikTok. However, what I will say is that there are appropriate steps that can be made so that regulation can be possible, so that our information doesn't get stolen or taken away. We do have to do better and differently for that. Now, Pill, did you have a question or a statement? Because it looked like you about to fall asleep.
No, I'm more just mind blown than anything, but I definitely want to watch that whole video based on everything that he was talking about, because I'm actually a part of the ban TikTok campaign, but you know, after listening to some of that, it was like, damn, no, a lot of that makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like, all right, okay, maybe I can get down with regulating the guidelines a little bit more. But when you regulate the guidelines, what are those guidelines now? Like, do you limit what's being allowed to post?
So no. This has not a limitation on what's being posted. It's a limit because first of all, there are already strict limitations on what can be posted on TikTok and what can't. TikTok does not allow any nudity or inappropriate things. You can't kill somebody on TikTok. So all of the things that are all of the restrictions that are on all the other apps, with the exception of Twitter and Tumblr, all exist on all the rest of the platforms. So that's something you guys shouldn't have. That's a mute discussion. The thing is, if you're going to harvest data from American citizens, the data must live and remain in American servers, meaning that it cannot be accessed by China or any of its Chinese subsidiaries. So there were regulations put in place for that, but they are not being monitored. So when it's found out that some of this information has been accessed, even though there are 15 other Chinese companies that have apps that are free that we give our information to, and nobody's beefing about that, the only thing they're saying is if you're gonna do something to a company, be fair, be equal. If you're gonna beat down TikTok for one thing, that means you got to beat down Facebook. That means you got to beat down these other people. And if you're not going to do it, then regulate like you're supposed to regulate so the information doesn't go where you don't want it to go, period. That. Or allow the company to be sold to an American corporation so that we can stop having this argument. You know what I'm saying? But banning it is inappropriate. I was right there with you guys. Ban TikTok. Yay, because the kids are dying on TikTok because that's all they do is burn their eyeballs out watching videos and repeat. But the reality of it is that like everything else in our existence, the problem is more nuanced, and making broad stroke statements and broad stroke decisions have wider negative implications. I.e., white people be doing shit and we don't know what they doing. So they go ban TikTok. But in that law that they passed to ban TikTok, they hide 16 other things that they use to go, well, yeah, minority businesses that have this, and that, they should be shut down in the process. And they'll put that into the TikTok ban and then roll that shit out. And then we go, what the fuck is going on?
That's what they did. Did you see the whole bill with the ban? Because they also include things talking about payment processing systems, messaging, like all kinds of stuff that they should not even be able to monitor. And how you going to restrict it?
Just like Pill, you love Pornhub. I love Pornhub. We love Pornhub. There was a Pornhub documentary on Netflix. Shout out to Netflix.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch that.
Yo,
I gotta watch that.
There was a whole thing. I didn't know nothing about this. I've never heard one thing. And I'm watching a documentary going, oh, this is cool. Oh, wait a minute. What the freak ball? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how they're trying, there's one or two people, which unfortunately, if you dig deeper, it's a whole organization that's all anti-Pornhub or anti-porn. So then they use one scenario, blew it out of context, and now they forced Pornhub, which I don't disagree with, forcing Pornhub to remove all of that non-user created content, meaning that if you didn't create it, you can't upload it. So Pornhub was forced to remove all of that commercial content off of their websites. Great for them. But then taking away Pornhub's ability to process payments meant that all of the content creators that were creating for the website were then not able to make money off of their own content, which was the only reason why they were there posting content in the first place. So Pornhub goes into this whole thing. But the point we're trying to make is that they used other laws to backdoor restrictions on Pornhub. The same way that we sitting here going, yay, man, forget TikTok. Next thing you know, we all getting locked up and back into slavery because they done put the niggas got to go to jail law into this TikTok ban. and we all lobby for it because we don't know the specifics of it. So it's like we have to be careful because our emotions are being utilized against us. And once again, I'm not here to judge TikTok or whatever, but what I am saying is we have to be more careful. Now, we about
But
to say something, Bill.
my it's the, and TikTok is not the only thing. Like it's a lot of things that we gotta read that we just download onto our computers, or like things that we signing ourselves into. As my father does it all the time. He says you gotta read the actual agreement stuff. You gotta read that stuff because it tells you uh third party. Like it tells you where this information is going to a third party. Like it verbatimly tells you that. So if you're okay with that, cool. But at the same time, just be careful what you're doing out there because it's being told to you in a lot of the agreements.
Yep, that is a fact. I definitely 1,000% am with you on that. So like with that being said, let's move on to something cool and refreshing because we done got dark enough. Let's go. Yeah. Yo, artist visualizes what a megalodon shark attack would look like. This I've seen all over the internet. It hit like a tidal wave,
I've
man.
seen
Like,
it too.
yeah, there were a lot of people like, this is real, we're gonna die. And I'm just like, you guys are idiots. But like, you know what I'm saying? This is just a great example of great artistry put into work in some short form content. Yo, shout out to them for that. What did y'all think?
I thought it was dope when I first saw it. I was blown away. It was like, damn, this is really dope, Laz. That was my exact thought. Like I almost thought it was real because the way it looks. But
Hmm.
then when I seen the shark come out of the water and split the boat in half, I was like, yeah, no, it can't be. Like, but I mean, hey, shout out to them for that. That was dope.
Yeah. Now, do y'all think because that's a lot of I don't even know like that was a lot of digital processing.
Mm-hmm.
Would an entire movie made with digital processing for the major effects would that degrade the quality of the movie? I think it would
I think it would too.
because some things have to be played out in the real world for the visual effect or for the feel, which can
Y'all sat here on this show and said how much y'all loved Avatar, and you have the audacity to come here and talk about the AI. I mean, digital content. Man, 90% of that, 95% of that movie is all green screen digital overlay. Like even the people's faces and all of that. That's all digital. Unmute your mic, dear.
sorry.
That's all
Oh, so
good.
y'all ain't hear the other stuff I said? Oh, so it was but I feel like the difference is in Avatar, they were digitized based on real people's data. That Megalodon attack couldn't have been based off of a real Megalodon because they have been extinct for
Okay. With that being said, what about all of the animals? The animals that they rode in the Avatar movie, like 95%. Once again, I think 100% of the animals that was in that film were all digitally created.
probably, but again, the ones that because I'm pretty sure they kind of developed the models for the animals off of real similar or what I don't know. I
They
don't know.
developed
I
that
don't know, but that's a
megalodon
good
shark
question.
based off of some historical
I mean,
animal stuff.
they can't
All they did
because
was make it bigger.
they
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
have what
it's a
you mean make
shark.
a no, yes, but we don't know how the megalodon really We don't
Oh
have
yeah,
that
yeah,
data.
yeah. Of course, it wouldn't be visually accurate,
But
but I
that's
thought
what
the
I'm
question
saying.
was, would we not enjoy the movie if it was all if a film was all digitized like that? But
Yes.
I was just using Avatar as an example
Oh,
of
okay.
something that was majority
Digitized.
digitized like that, and it seemed like we all nobody walked out and was like, "This is fake," because I think people would
No,
just be
but
like,
it was
"Yeah,
a
nigga."
lot at times.
It's definitely a lot. It was visual overload in certain parts for me, and I think that's one of the reasons why I didn't enjoy it as much. Not necessarily, and let me not say I don't love fully digital films. Nope, I don't. I don't like fully digital films. I'm sorry. I need
I mean,
some realism, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why I love Batman so much. Like the two most recent incarnations. Yeah, there were some fantastical elements, but it was based on a real, like when he's standing on the side of that building and you looking on IMAX going, oh shit, you know what I mean? You're really looking at a camera looking down 100 stories, like that the fantasy mixed in with the reality, to me, is the height of great creativity. So let me shut up, Pill.
I think the difference with Avatar is the storyline. The storyline is more a capture than the digital entertainment that you're gonna get out of it. I understand the realism of watching a movie, and you want to actually feel like, one, you want to make sure the movie makes sense. Second, you want to feel like you inside that movie. So that makes sense. But we had a different time where technology is taking over more than anything.
Word. All right, so I want to play one more sinister, dark piece of content, and we have a conversation about it. Hopefully, I don't go to bed crying, but let's just do this.
We do it in many ways, but principally, we identify a country that has resources our corporations covet, like oil, arrange a huge loan to that country from the World Bank or one of its sisters. The money never actually goes to the country. It goes to our own corporations to build big infrastructure projects in that country that help a few very wealthy people, but don't benefit the majority of the people who are too poor to buy electricity or have cars to drive on the highways, and yet they're left holding a huge debt that they can't repay. So we go back at some point and say, you can't pay your debts. Give us a pound of flesh. Sell your oil real cheap to our oil companies. Vote with us on the next critical UN vote. Allow us to build a military base in your backyard. Something along these lines. And when we fail, the jackals go in and either overthrow or assassinate these leaders. And if the jackals fail, as they did in Iraq, then we send in the military.
So, when I watched this, there was an immediate connection in my brain to the music business. And then I saw a connection to a bunch of other businesses. Shout out to my man AB.
Well, I'm gonna get out of here after this.
All right. I was about to give you my how we are all being roped into slavery again by the system.
No,
by
I'm
the
gonna
man.
listen to this and then I gotta go.
All right, so I'm gonna make this fast so she can get up out of here. All right. All right, so what they said is how to control a third world country. You give them a loan. They don't get to touch the money. Then you take their land, you develop your product off of it, take their product, and inevitably take their land because you're not really giving them the money. So they're not really getting rich, but they building up debt. You're taking their land, you're charging them for it, and then you're seizing their property. Sounds like a record contract. You sign an artist, you give them a loan, but you take ownership of their product. And then you force them to go out to try to repay a debt that for something that they don't own, but they created. And then you spend your whole career, struggling to stay alive. Same thing if you look at home loans. You come in, you want to buy a house, they take your money, they give you the house to stay in. You supposedly own it, but you don't really own it. And if you don't pay off this mortgage, they take the house and they keep the money, and then you out in the streets. So I was watching that and I was like, wow, that's so crazy how this tradition, colonial tradition, has gone on for hundreds and hundreds of years, and nobody's ever talked about it or even connected the dots how this same concept is kind of like a little bit changed and manipulated and put into so many different businesses. You know what I mean? But it's the same business model, but it's been shifted for different things. You know what I mean? So what did y'all get out of the video? And how do y'all feel?
I mean, it's the same concept of having a credit card. They give you a credit card with a balance on it, and then you swipe that credit card. Yeah, you can have what you bought, but you got to pay us back. You got to pay me back for that. You got to pay me back for it. And if you don't pay me back for it, I'm gonna hit you with a bunch of fees, and then I'm gonna get my money one way or another. There's judgments. There's, you know what I'm saying, whatever you can get that money back.
Well, like the only difference is that the only reason why I didn't bring up credit cards is because when you buy something with that credit card, that's yours. So say if you had a $20,000 credit limit, right, and you bought a $10,000 piece of land, that land is now in your name. The credit card company can't take it from you. They can take you to court to get it back, but there's ways you can kind of get around that. You know, hit me after the show. But anyway, like, you know what I'm saying, outside of that, like, the reason why I feel like credit cards have always been around, just not in the same form. Back in the day, I could go to the candy store and the guy that owned it, and I'd be like, I don't have no 25 cents. He'll be like, here, take this, and then bring me a 20. Give me the 25 cent back when you come. I feel like that's just a basic barter system. Hey, you know what I mean? I'll give you some apples, you give me some carrots when you get it. You know what I mean? And I don't really trip about that. There might be a little bit of interest here, a little bit of interest there, but like there's other systems that's crazy. But no, I definitely hear what you're saying. I'm not trying to discount your point. Champagne, what are you thinking?
I think people tired of the U.S. doing that. They got their number. They know. They're aware. They've seen it happen so many different times. And these other countries about getting together to bring America down. I just hope that they see us as God's children and we just black people.
Why would they? You are totally allowing the system to do that when you have the ability to
stop. Black people don't have no power, no real power in this country.
That's where your first problem comes in. When you say you don't have power, you don't have power. Can't have something that you can't believe that you can have. So I get you. So anyway, AB, where you at with it?
Hey, well, I'm up with it. I mean, I just see how this country acts. You know, being in my 40s and whatnot. Hey, they always just have a new flavor every 5 to 10 years. There's always a new flavor. It's like, I mean, you're talking about how they do, you know, how they turn a third world country, but hell, look at how they spin our words. Like, you know, what used to be awaken is now woke, and they've turned that into a bad word, and they can't even give a definition of what it means. It was already made like back in what 1919 when that brother was talking about wake up everybody and see how this is going on. Yeah,
that was super crazy, man. All right, well, Champagne, man, we appreciate you for tapping in, babe. Go hit them streets.
You guys.
All right. Holla at you later, fam.
All
right. So, look, with her being gone, we about to go to a commercial and we going to come back with hot cars. Hey, everybody. In 2023, VVC Life is taking things to a whole new level. And how can you be a part of that? By joining our Patreon. Once you become a member, you'll get access to tons of new content every week. You also get access to our exclusive Discord and also some live events that are going to only be for our members. All of our shows like Indie Show, Aries Lounge, and Black Watch Theater all have exclusive content that you will be able to access anytime you want to. Also, you'll be supporting our growth. So why waste time? Join the Patreon right now. Patreon.com/VVC Life. We'll see you guys in the comments. Peace. Hot cars, hot cars, hot cars. So, you know what I'm saying? This beautiful new segment of our show is all about great cosplay. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful people creating their own costumes so they can resemble and pay homage to their favorite characters. Let's go with this first one. That's crazy. For all of my audio people, man, it was this young guy, man. Little, I don't want to be offensive, young Asian lad. You know what I'm saying? If I'm correct, you know what I mean. Had a dope Batman suit that looked really close to like the real thing, man. That was super crazy. Shout out to him for that.
Close.
I mean,
that was dead on. I mean, the fool had a bat cave. All he needs is damn Morgan Freeman sitting there like, Mr. Wade, I have this new vehicle for you.
You know what I'm saying? For real, or a bat bike or a bat helicopter or something like that. So let's see what else we got, man. I don't know this character, but it's definitely a beautiful woman. This is the cartoon, and this is the young lady's cos, man. That's a dope cosplay outfit.
Full Metal
man.
Alchemist.
Hey,
she's from Full Metal Alchemist. She's Armstrong's. I think she's Armstrong's older sister.
Nice.
If you see, if you know Full Metal Alchemist, Armstrong is that guy who's always flexing and showing off his guns all the time.
Right. Okay. So this is for Pill. Here you go. Yeah, there you go, my guy. Yeah. Till the room stank. You know what I mean? So Pill, who is this? I don't know what this character is from. What is this character from?
That's from SpongeBob. It's Squidward from SpongeBob.
Word. Okay. Shout out to her for that. I got some cartoons that were created, I'm assuming, by AI. Shout out to the head nerd in charge. I saw this and I brought it down. I was like, man, I gotta bring it on the show. So this is a black Mad Max.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got a black 007. You know what I'm saying? We got a black Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? Indiana Johnson. Let's call him that. All right. Dirty Uncle Harry up in this joint, man. Super crazy. You know what I mean? We got Mission Impossible. Yeah, with a black lead. All right. You got a black Kill Bill. Look at that. That's super hot. All right. And finally, we got Braveheart. That's what he's screaming. Yeah, buddy. Yeah,
so let me
buddy.
ask you a question: if they casted a black lead for Indiana Jones, who would you see play it?
Are we talking about young Indiana, or are we talking about like an older seasoned Indiana Jones, like in his 40s or 50s?
Sure, give me both.
I would love to see Denzel Washington's son. I forgot his name. Is it John Washington or I forgot his name, but
John Washington, I think, or Jason Washington.
Yeah. I want him as the young Indiana Jones. I think he'd be perfect for that. And an older black man that's kind of in his mode. Let's see, who would be a great because I don't want no super chiseled kind of like no. You know what I mean? I just want like a dude that's got a little, he might got a smidge of a beer gut.
No,
he go ahead.
You got the dude from the movie that I'm representing right now. That new brother that's on that John Wick 4. The new bounty hunter.
There you go.
Because he looks like he's an older brother, and he just, he's chill.
Right,
he's chill.
exactly.
He's smooth.
Yep.
I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy's name, but yeah, I could see him or the guy who plays Booker on Star Trek Discovery.
I would love Booker to play. I would love him to do that. That would be perfect.
Oh, and I got one more. The guy who played have you guys watched Lucifer?
Yeah, of course.
Lucifer's brother. Big ball-headed brother.
Hell yeah, that's my dog.
Or whatever his name is.
Yeah, man, I would love to see him.
I'm about to check out that series this weekend called Night Agent. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing
it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, I can't wait. I can't
wait.
That
is. All I gotta tell you, Swarm, crazy.
I heard Swarm was good too.
Yeah, I heard Swarm was really good.
But I definitely recommend the Night Agent. The Night Agent was good. That's it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Word. All right, I forgot the main topic of our show. We ain't even touched it. I ain't even talk about it, but we got to get this out of the way real quick. Humans will achieve immortality in 7 years, says futurist. I'm not gonna get into the article because the only thing I really want to kind of get your opinions on how do y'all feel about this? And I'm gonna start, and I'm not gonna go off. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. I don't want to live forever. So when I saw that, it was just kind of like, oh God, is this what we in for? Like, you know what I mean? And there's certain people I just can't wait till they die. So it's just like now to be forced to live in a world where I just can't wait for somebody to get gone, but now I'm forced to deal with an eternity of this retard. I'm just not with it. Go ahead, Pill. What you feeling, man?
I guess my thought would be with the thought of everybody saying we're overpopulated or we're getting overpopulated, and once we get to a specific number, because if we are living in at an immortality state, that means someone now controls whether you live or die. So now, once we get to that number that says, "Hey, we legit have way too many people here," how do you now how are you now eliminated, and who do they start with to eliminate first?
Well, I mean, I feel like I feel like the problem with that discussion is understanding that us as humans, we are underpopulated right now. So, and that we are close to a point where we could die as a race because there's not enough of us. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be like a lot larger than what we used to be, which is crazy because 10, 15 years ago, they was talking about, oh, we're having too many children. There's too much going on. There's going to be an overpopulation situation. And now we come to find out it's a completely different option. Why? Because China forced their entire population to only be able to have one child. So what's happening is that more people are dying faster than we're having children. So we're looking at potential population collapse. So the point I'm making is that control people, yes. Wanting to kill a bunch of people off, not good, because it becomes at a detriment to everybody, not just one person. Now, the question I'm also having is, how can we improve? I feel like the question of how can we improve quality of life without like I don't need to be. I feel like the problem that I have with my existence is that the older I get, the more I feel like I have to work just to maintain basic life. And the way I was sold as a child is, hey, as you get older, things get less stressful. You can hit a stride. You get your little job. You do your little 8 hours Monday through Friday, and then you can chill and enjoy your existence. But it doesn't seem like it's getting to be that point. It's seeming more and more like I got to get 2-3 different jobs just to maintain basic life, just to pay rent and get food. Like, I don't get to drive a Maserati with 3 jobs. I don't get to buy the big mansion on the hill for 3 jobs. I have 3 jobs to have a crappy apartment, 1 car, and I eat 2 decent meals and then a bunch of sketchy meals, and that's it. Like, I don't get to send my kids to the best schools. I don't get to do vacation twice a year or once a year even. So that's where my problem is. If we are going to create immortality, can we also create a way where we can have more quality of life? AB, where you going?
It's kind of hard to follow up something like that, homie.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, when I read that, I literally the one thing that just popped up in my mind was, if you ever seen this Netflix movie called Don't Look Up, that's what's gonna happen. You don't think that the rich and elite are gonna make sure that they are uploaded into the best Terminator kick ass pieces of equipment that's out there, that you're gonna wind up in the middle of the street and you have some guy, some pissed off white dude, I'm gonna say it, some pissed off white dude walking around with a laser gun shooting people down because, hey, I'm immortal. I can go just upload myself into a freaking hard drive. Man, look at. I mean, we have seen this in various sci-fi, and we just went through COVID. Sorry, we're shitty people. We're all shitty people. You don't think that these people are not going to go ahead and really mess you up, or, oh, we'll achieve immortality for this group of people? You think they're going to make Do you think they want to immortalize immortalize rebirth of Malcolm X or Martin Luther King? No, they want fucking Trump, their messiahs, all these racist ass nasty people that don't deserve to be in places where they are, and they are just pretty much allowed to just go free balling all over the place and messing up this world the way it is. And just like John Stewart said this last week, how do we fix inflation? The white guy said, fire about 6% of your staff. That's how you fix it. Fire 10 million people. That's that. I am the smartest person here. I'm like, no, that is Reaganomics and all that. Yeah. And just think about that. With this whole thing to allow you to become immortal and you upload into a robot body. You think we're gonna go? Like I said, you think we're gonna get the T1000? Hell, we're not even gonna get the T100. This bodies, hell, we'll be getting those rusted bodies that you saw. You know, we'll be walking around with Wally bodies while these people are flipping and jumping around in damn Terminator bodies.
Sure.
It's gonna be a way, and man is not man, especially with man with power. These people trip me the hell out. Just like Chris Rock said, you guys are fighting against each other, and you guys run this country. And you saw how when a black man ran this country, how much work that he was able to get done.
And that's with tons of opposition. Let's be clear.
Yes. Every day. I mean, for Pete's sakes, he had the man had a beige suit and they gone ahead, and that was a 2-week news cycle there.
That's a fact. That is a fact. All right. So thank you. First of all, let me give you some hand claps for that. I don't really have any trailers for y'all. All right, I got one, and all right, let's try this. I haven't watched this. I literally just picked this up off of YouTube right now, and I was like, all right, let's throw this in here. Let me do my job first. Sorry. Trailer Train. All right. So with that being said, let's throw this trailer up on the screen, and let's see what we got here, man. We all taking risks here. Hold on, let me see. Sorry, this is taking so long. And booyah, skip to the boo-boo.
It doesn't look good, Richard. In fact, to be quite frank, it looks pretty bad. How long are we talking? Probably 6 months.
My name is Richard. I'm your professor. From here on out, we're going to do things very, very differently. Oh, if any of you sell marijuana, please visit me during office hours. Thanks. Bye. I have cancer, and it doesn't look good. Best of luck with your impending deaths. It's your health. There's no need to be facetious. All right, stop. You get a B.
But I'm not finished.
Take a seat. Does it matter if I smoke a joint? You gotta be kidding me. He's trying to beef.
Where'd you get that?
We're well-to-do middle-aged wasps. We can get prescriptions for anything we want, darling.
What's going on? Seem like you're drunk or on drugs?
Admittedly, we are on a bit of both. We need to talk.
I am chancellor of this university.
I'm cheating on your wife, Henry. With the wife of a devoted faculty member. Specifically, mine.
Are you all right?
No.
Why are you and Mom still together? What happened to us, Richard?
What happened to us? Life.
Damn it, Richard, those are crystal.
She wings at me.
You just picked up that waitress in less than a minute. Shut up, Richard.
I hope your parents all told you that you die at the end. Oh, we sort of float without living. And you've got one shot. Grab it, snatch it up, make it yours. Don't let a moment of it slip by.
What's your partner doing here?
He's my emergency contact.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I'm Richard.
Okay.
That's a hell of a greeting.
Yo, I love that.
Just say, hey, let's get Johnny Depp high and drunk and just let him go. Those are actually not real. Those are actually not real actors. Those are actually people that Johnny Depp is just messing with.
Yeah, pretty much. This is all based on real life. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
funny.
Pill,
That's
what you
giving
think?
me that's giving me Wolf of Wall Street vibes.
I'm with it. I'm with it. So, all right. The question is, would you guys watch this?
Yeah.
Theater,
Yeah.
or is it going to be at home?
I'll take it on a Netflix series.
I'll take it when it get to streaming, because I like to just sit down and chill with something like that. I can pause it instead of having to run in and run out the theater. See, John Wick, I'll do.
Yeah, we definitely do that in the theater. All right, let's check this out.
Your transformation is now complete. Your power will have no equal.
My name is Brother Blood, and I'm going to change the world.
Where are the Titans?
Apparently, we live here.
Maybe your friends are out there, just in a different dimension.
Titans aren't my friends. I do things Titans don't do.
We have the same blood. It's connected to me. It's feeding on me. I don't have much time.
What are we toasting?
To the future. What's next?
We bring back your father.
Hey, what you got?
You learn by doing.
I will not abandon the people I love most. It's a matter of life and death for the entire world.
Are we positive I can't stop this by just blowing something up?
Don't be afraid. That wall connected to me.
All right, it wasn't that good. Y'all can't be sitting here speechless like, oh my God, what do I do now? So what are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking?
And I was just sitting here trying to pick out all the Titans. I was like, okay, that's who that is, and that's who that is. Fuck, I lost it. Okay, that's who that is. That's who that is. Oh, fuck it. But yeah, dope. Definitely not a theater thing. I'm glad it's coming out on HBO Max.
Got you. All right, AB.
Hey, I need to play catch up with some Titans. So, I'm hearing that some characters died, some characters came back, and you're finally got Starfire kicking some butt and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to all that there. And they said this is the last season, so I'm gonna see. Okay, let's see how this last season is gonna play out, and then hopefully we will have a good. Hopefully, maybe they won't cancel it. They said this is the final because this is Steve Gunn's James Gunn's little world now. He's the Kevin Feige for the DCEU. So we'll see, because they said like Titans and Doom Patrol, which I love. I love Doom Patrol. I don't know why they're getting rid of that one. Especially got Brendan Fraser in there. I mean, Brendan Fraser's the man on the hour now.
Yeah, that is definitely a fact. I've never watched any of these. This looks like something I would want to watch. So, like, I might, after I finish Mandalorian and Picard, I might jump into that while I'm waiting for Secret Invasion to come on. You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely need something additional. But the thing about the DC TV shows is that they be so, how do I say? It's not corny, but it be so like the acting don't be that good, the sets don't be that good, the outfits don't be that good. They look so underproduced. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't do it. It takes me out sometimes. I
That's the
can't.
whole thing. It's TV. There's a difference between TV and then you got Avengers Endgame that you could have that assemblage of all badassness. I mean, hell, we can even see Marvel messing up sometimes. I mean, for Pete's
Oh yeah.
sakes.
Oh yeah. The Agents of Shields. Oh my God, that was not that
Nah,
good.
Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania. You know what I'm talking about. MODOK.
I love MODOK. Stop. MODOK was great. Sorry. Yeah.
That head was that dude
Make
looked
your
like
faces, sir. I still loved it.
he looked like the bad guy from that damn Spy Kids movie. He looked like George Perez. It's like they brought George Perez back. I was like,
Yo, I felt like it was intentionally done that way to kind of break from the super seriousness of it, because that film was super serious in certain places. And you know, the Marvel recipe is 60 to 70% serious storyline with 30% comedy. You know what I mean? And I felt like MODOK was a way to kind of like, all right, here's like a rehashing of an old character, but here's something funny and serious all at the same time for you guys to get into. So I didn't really beef with it. However, I'm not going to debate you. It was bad, but it didn't take me out the movie.
That's why I'm just saying, even Marvel can go ahead and slip up and have some bad sets and bad CG and stuff like that. I need to I need to catch up with all those seasons. I only got to season 3 of freaking Flash, and now we're on season 9? I was like, oh my God.
Let's go. All right. So it's the last segment of the show and we getting out of here.
Black Nerds Playlist. Nerdy video treats. Enjoy.
All right. Why Magneto can never be in the MCU. Oh, I wonder why that is. Let's have some.
I am Magneto, master of magnetism. Who dares stand in my way?
The Avengers are here to stop you. For when I throw my mighty shield...
Really? I'm the master of magnetism, and you just hurled a metal frisbee at me.
All right. Well, Bucky will...
Oh God, my arm! My completely metal arm!
I should probably warn Tony.
Wow, that guy was literally encased in metal. What else you got? Some kind of robot who's made of metal?
No, that's okay. I'll just hang out here until you need me.
Foul villain, prepare to...
Oh, my freaking nards!
Ha-ha! Hulk doesn't need metal to stop you, Magneto. He's pure brute strength.
Oh, look at the big strong man here, getting ready to beat up an elderly Holocaust survivor. That makes you feel big, huh?
Hulk no comfortable attacking Holocaust survivor.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. You win, dude. We're out.
Most impressive defeating the Avengers, but...
A metal glove! Oh my God, you kept the most powerful objects in the universe attached to a metal glove? This place sucks!
I remember that card. I remember that. I remember seeing that. Oh man, yeah, that's true. Hell, there's one that's out there that it's a how it should have ended with Age of Ultron. It's like all of them, all of a sudden, it's like all of the Avengers like, oh my God, we're about to get our butts kicked, and then all of a sudden, all of them just crushed. He's like, those two are my children, and we are mutants. He's flying off.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Those two are my kids. Points down at Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
And that's just Endgame right there. So all right, so that's the show for today. I guess the shout outs going. AB, why don't you kick it off, man?
Well, I just want to shout out for everybody who comes and support the show. Thank you so much. We're here when we can. You know, we got some of us have crazy lives out there, but we love to go ahead and just do this and be as nerdy as we can be and show that being nerdy is good. Take it away.
Nerdy is great, not just good. Pill, where you at with it, pimping?
Hey man, shout out to everybody tuned in. Shout out to Champagne. Shout out to AB. Shout out to JS1. Shout out to Fame. And stay nerdy.
Yeah. Before we get out of here, I want to say I just ordered my Cyberpunk Core book. It took forever to get back in stock, and I really did try to look almost all over the world to find it. There was no copies anywhere, so they finally got back in stock. I ordered the book, so it's on the way. Also, I would like to add, if you have not done so, and I'm going to shout this out again, man, my birthday is on Friday, and I'm asking people do me a personal solid for my birthday. Sign up on the Patreon. It's only $5 Fazules right now. That's $5 to sign up. Yo, we currently have 11 people signed up on the Patreon right now. That means we only need 9 more to reach our goal. I've got almost like 48 hours because my birthday is still a day people can sign up. So that's how I go. So please, man, if y'all haven't done so, help me reach my goal. Having 20 Patreons signed up, you know what I mean, as a birthday present to me. I don't care if y'all stay on forever or you just stay on for a couple of months, man. Do that. Show us some love. Show us some support. And that'll mean so much to me and my team over here at VVC Life because, every dollar helps us produce content and do what we need to do so that we can continue to grow and move forward. Look, Pill needs a new microphone and like AB needs a plane ticket to Puerto Rico. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need a brick of cocaine. Like, we all have our needs here. So, and with your continued support, we can all do what we got to do. So with that being said, man, I'm out of here. I will check y'all Sunday. We have an episode ready. I will be, enjoying my birthday weekend, but we still have some black nerd greatness for y'all. Just make sure y'all lock in with us. And with that being said, we check y'all next time. Peace. Hey, it's the Black Nerds Podcast.